are angry. It's okay.
I'm not angry. Except when you keep repeating, you're angry. And that shit's fucking annoying. Like a fucking gnat at a barbecue. Just bugging the fuck out of me.
Good. I want you to say, I'm angry. It's okay. I'll process my anger. I love myself. Woozah.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
And boom, episode 40, also the year that I turned 40. I'm gonna cry. It would have been nice if episode 40 was when I'm 40, so then, we could just have a little stroll down memory lane. But no, well, probably when I'm 40, I'm hoping to have more episodes by then. Probably 100. Let's go for 100. But anyways, what is today? Today is Friday. I'm actually getting ready to go see the what's the Ant-Man movie. I see got I do go to the Rotten Tomatoes and all the reviews, and I see that they just bombed the hell out of it, but it got a good audience score, so I'm hoping the audience is right and not they're not just like me. Like, I love Paul Rudd. I think he's awesome in anything he does. I love his comedy. A lot of my favorite all-time movies he's in. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go see it. I'll probably do something afterwards to do a review, a non-spoiler-ish review. But yeah, so I'm going there in about, what time is it right now? It's 10 o'clock. I gotta leave here at 12 because, hey, there's no AMC by me, right? And I like to go to AMC. I don't like to go to these other non-name. They got like a Cinemark here, somewhere around here, and then they got like whatever the city's name, theaters. I don't trust shit like that. That's shit you get mugged at, You're just watching fucking film and somebody's like, give me your popcorn and your money and your girl or something, I don't want to go through that shit. So the closest AMC is not that close. So, it's going to take me probably like an hour to get there or whatever the fuck. But yeah, and it's also Friday, so by the time the movie ends, Friday traffic. But, we're going to do that because I really want to see this movie, and I'm hoping it picks up, so I get back into my nerd phase, and I hope it, does well for the rest of the fucking Marvel movies coming out. So I'm excited to see it. What else? Oh, so on this whole subject. Well, no, I wanted to start something, right? I always say I wanted to start segments on here, and I never do it. But I find myself saying a lot, what's going on here, or what's going on? And no, I'm not changing the podcast to that fucking name, but I find myself saying that a lot because, I'm on TikTok. I'm on TikTok, and let me tell you why I'm on TikTok. All right, so I just posted something new, right? I posted something, my reaction to a video I saw on TikTok, and this was not like this was my actual reaction. I was watching this thing, and I was like, whatever you see in that post was really what I did. I just mimicked it, so you guys would like, see the mindset I was in. But it's this guy playing the Old Spice commercial and all these fucking instruments I never even heard of. It's like in the video you can see, like, I'm like, oh, he just made this shit up. He's making up instruments. He's making up, like, it sounds like Pokemon names and shit. He was like, oh, the Aquarion. Oh, the Flareon, the Vavras. And I'm like, what? Those are Pokemon. Those are not instruments. So let me tell you why I was on TikTok. So I posted that video, and your boy, let me tell you something. I don't post, right? I don't post a lot, but when your boy posts, the shit hits. So that, you got to give it to me. You got to be like, the formula, right? Because, like I said, family and friends don't support me that much, but I'm starting to see a lot of new strangers, a lot of new followers. I just gained 66 new followers, and those are actual followers, not like, how you get like these like fake followers, like these bots that like they'll follow you and then be like, yo, click my link if you want fuck or something like that. Not those type of followers. I gained like 66 actual followers. And you know why? I go through them. I look, and if they're real, I follow them back. If they're that fake shit, like want to fuck, No, well, I just, I don't follow them back. And then I got comments, and then I got saves, and, they repost my shit, and it's all, I would say out of the 66 that hit all automatically, I would say only 3 of my friends liked it. 0 family members liked it. So I was just like, and the same thing with, I posted it on TikTok and I posted it on Instagram. And the same thing, like I would say out of my friends, maybe like 10, and the rest are fucking strangers. So I was just like, your boy has a formula. The shit hits. Only if it could be brought out in a wider selection. I don't know how to do that. I don't know the right tags. Apparently, there's some tags you got to do on the right time. You got to do it. You got to actually post at the right time. Somebody says, midnight, 1 a.m. And I'm like, I don't do that shit. I just do it when I do it, So maybe if I follow that formula, it could get out more. Because I know if you get me in front of the right people, your boy could go viral one day. Because the shit hits. You know what I'm saying? So I was happy. Like, when I saw that, I was like, and I seen people saving this video. And I'm looking, I'm like, holy shit. So, that I was clapping it up for me. So that's why I was on TikTok. But then I went down a dark hole, as I always do in TikTok, because I want to somehow, start streaming on there, because that's a new thing. But you have to have a certain amount of, I don't know, few views or something. I think it goes by views, not even followers, of views. So you have to have a certain amount of views, and you get like this secret link where you could start, streaming shit, because, that's where everybody's at pretty much. So I was like, I'm trying to get into that. But anyway, I went down this dark hole. Then I started seeing this shit with Cardi B. She has like her own fucking McDonald's meal or something like that. And I was just like, what's going on? I'm like, what is going on here? And I say that a lot on my stream too, because I'm just like, I don't understand what's happening with this world, because, and then this is where it went dark, because I saw people lining up at the fucking McDonald's waiting to get a Cardi B thing. Like, I don't know what the fuck the meal is. I don't know what the drink is. It's like a meal drink, her and Offset. And I'm just like, what's the fucking big deal with this thing? I mean, I don't understand it. And people were like, oh, I want it because the cup says Cardi and I love Cardi. And the line was ridiculous. And let me tell you something. I love Ryan Reynolds. I think he's witty. I think he's good looking. He's a great dude. If he came out with a McDonald's fucking meal, you think I'm getting it? Absolutely fucking not. You know why? 1, I'm an adult. Hey, I'm an adult. 2, I don't like anything McDonald's. And you guys shouldn't either. If you're my age and you're still eating McDonald's, and I say this a lot, and I always get shit, but hey, you need to hear it from a friend, right? Do better. And I said that shit with the string cheese, and I said that shit with a bunch of things. If you're 37 eating Pop-Tarts, I said that, and one of my 40-year-old friends was like, what the fuck, man? And, it has to be said, though. You shouldn't be eating that shit, because it's bad for you, right? Ask me the last time I ate McDonald's. I can't even remember. It's double-digit years far, far, far. I don't even remember what a McDonald's anything tastes like, right? So, yeah, if Ryan Reynolds came out with a fucking meal, I wouldn't go get it. I wouldn't wait in line to go get a cup that says Ryan Reynolds on it. I mean, are we going crazy here? So, like, I just seen, like, it was going, like, I don't even know why it was even in my algorithm. It just kept popping up, like, Cardi B meal. And I was like, oh, I'm over it. I'm so over it. And then it finally, the algorithm finally left, I guess, And then now it's on this new trend. So this is crazy. It was this new trend where, like, it's called, what is it called? Damn, I should have wrote it down. Something behind the door. Where basically women, they're like behind a door and they're like flashing their boobs. Like in, I don't know why I say boobs. Like, see, I gotta get my head out of the streaming. I gotta get out of the streaming. This is the podcast. I could say whatever. Girls are flashing their titties on there, right? And the way they get away with it is if they like flash their titties in the mirror and like the door is like half closed or they walk past really quick. And now that's in my algorithm because it's the new trend. And I always go to the comments to see what, people are saying. And everybody's like, I love this new trend. How they're not catching on to this. So I'm pretty sure they're going to catch on to it now. But so by the time, this shit comes out, they probably have all those videos banned. But yeah, that's what girls are doing now. And I'm just like, what? Absolutely. What's going on, right? This should be a segment. What's going on? So I don't have to keep saying what's going on. But yeah, I'm just like, holy shit. And it's just like it's disturbing because you don't know these age ranges, right? So you don't want to be like, looking too long. I'm like, how old are you? Because I've seen from girls who look young to girls who are old as shit. And I'm like, what's going on? Can you imagine like a grandma just be like, oh, this is what's going on right now? Let me get away with flashing my titties on TikTok. And it's just really dark, man. It's really dark, and I don't understand the shit. But I mean, if you guys are, into that shit, enjoy it while it lasts, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna catch on to that. Not unless the guy at TikTok was like, yeah, it doesn't break Regulation 25471 Section C, so let's leave the titties on. So, but yeah, it's that and everything. This should be a TikTok episode for real. And then the second one is I'm starting to like this. There is one trend I do like. All right, so you always got like these attractive men, and like they, you got the fucking microphone, that little microphone that they fucking. I have one, so if I'm making fun of it, I'm making fun of myself anyway. They got this little fucking microphone, and they put it to somebody's face, and then it's not how the women were doing kiss or slap. They're doing kiss me or double it and pass it or some shit like that, right? So to me, I love it because it's starting to humble these fucking attractive dudes. Like they'll go up to the women and they'll think that the women's gonna kiss them because they're good looking, right? And so they're all confident. They're like, kiss me once or double it and pass it. And I love how these girls are finally shutting these motherfuckers down. It's like you could see that it's humbling them. This guy that he normally, like, his page is about pulling chicks' numbers, right? So he's normally like, him getting shut down is fantastic to me. Like this one girl, she eyed him. I mean, it was a bunch of them, but he ended up going to like 16. He was like, you gotta kiss me 16 times or double it and pass it. And that girl was like, she looked at him and she was like, double it and pass it. And I was like, shut him down. He needs that though, right? Because he's used to getting all these numbers easy. He does the same thing. Like, I thought he was doing new shit each time, but it's the same thing. Like, he'll run up to a girl and be like, he's like, oh, you lost this. And then he'll give him the phone and be like, oh, this is not mine. I'm like, well, you put your number in there. You got to put your number in there or something like that. And then the same shit, he asks them what they do, where they're from. He says, I love you at the end, and bam, he gets the number, right? So I love how he is getting shut down left and right. He was like, he even says in one video, because it was like the third time him trying this shit. Like, he'll try like one whole video would be like, let's say he tried it out with 7 girls, and then the other video with 8. Each set of videos, he got shut down, and he was like, wow, I'm starting to feel a certain way now. You can see like his confidence is just getting sucked right the fuck out, and I love it. I'm like, that's how you got to be. You got to get humbled, sir. You're not gonna get every fucking number you go up to. Now I don't even know why these girls be buying into the shit sometimes. Like you can like tell, like it's like this is like all rehearsed, dude. Like the girl, I'd be like, you said, if I was a girl, I'd be like, you said this to like 10 other girls, didn't you? Because he knows exactly the steps of what they're gonna say because he's done it a gazillion times. So, but yeah, I do like that one. So then going to the darker side, there's this new thing. What's millennials? I can't say millennials because I'm a millennial, right? What is the new one? Gen Z? Gen Z. Let's say Gen Z. I think that's what it is. I don't know. And I got a computer right there. I can look it up, and I'm not going to look it up. I'm going to just say Gen Z. All right, so these Gen Z people, they're like, there's this new thing. They ask women, it's guys. They ask women this. 1, is it grippy? And 2, is it pink? So in the beginning, yes, I'm a dad. I don't fucking know what grip. I had a clue. Of course, I had a clue on both. But I'm just like, I know they're not talking about this, right? But yeah, they were talking about this. You Urban Dictionary it. Is it grippy? You know, they're asking if the girl's pussy's tight, or they're asking, is it pink? So I'm like, is this the new thing? And then you just see like these girls laughing, like, oh yeah, it's grippy. Oh yeah, it's pink. Well, it's not pink. And it's like, what happened? Like, I can't even imagine dating right now. Like, imagine you're on a date and if some girl comes up to me and be like, do you want to know if it's grippy? I'm like, absolutely not. I just, that's not a question I ask, but sure, go right ahead. You know, it's not like any girl's gonna be like, too, like, you already know the answer. You're not gonna ask a girl, is it grippy? And she's gonna be like, no, it's like the fucking Holland Tunnel. You know what I'm saying? No girl's gonna be like, no, it's like a wide open hallway. They're all gonna say it's grippy, right? Because they don't want you to think you're gonna plow into a fucking, you know, the Grand Canyon, you know? So they're not gonna say, oh, it's not grippy. So they're all gonna say that it's grippy, right? And the other one, is it pink? If you're asking, is it pink? Because you want it to be pink, and if it's not pink, you don't want it, then hey man, you don't like vagina, right? Because it doesn't matter what fucking color is. I remember, and what was that movie, Dusk Till Dawn? I think the guy who plays Cheech and Chong, one of them, I forgot his name. God, I'm gonna say Cheech Marin. Cheech. Anyway, when the people are coming in the club, he's like, we got pink pussy, we got purple pussy, we got green pussy, fat pussy, skinny pussy. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what color it is. Not unless she's like, it's gray and green, and you're like, oh, okay, you got an infection, right? But to ask that fucking question, like, is that the new question they're asking? And I've seen that, like, right? Like, on dates, they're on dates, and you know, they're just, you know, talking. Is it grippy? And that's like one of the standard questions right now. So I'm just like, Jesus, what else is standard that I don't know about? I think that's a little extreme right now. Like, call me old school, but I think you wait a couple dates before you start asking questions like that and shit. It's like, this is like first date shit now. It's like, hey, is it grippy? So what would be the thing for the guy? You know? I'm curious about that now. I bet that would be the next thing that you know, that's on TikTok trending, but it's just like so weird. Like, I see the women responding to this and then just acting like it's like, and then they know exactly what they're talking about. Like in the beginning, yes, I did Urban Dictionary it because I just wanted to make sure my head wasn't in the gutter, but I apparently so it was right. And I'm like, why is this a question now? It's so weird. And you know, there was who said this? Somebody said I weep for the future, and I'm like, I'm the same. Because if this is the start, it's only gonna get worse, right? As the years go by, it's gonna get worse, and they're gonna say crazier shit. But I'm just like, holy shit, I can't even imagine what like I had a segment I wanted to do. Like I wanted to try to get on like dating apps just to see, you know, what's being said on there, you know, how it is, you know, and you know, reactions, or you know, see who hits back, you know, what kind of person likes me, things of that nature. I wanted to do that, but then I'm just like, that's a dark road to go under, and you don't, you know, but yeah, I had that in here in my phone. I'm like, yeah, I wanted to see, because I was like, you know, with these dating apps, when I look at my friends, you know, when I have single friends come down here and they you know, they start turning on their, you know, their dating apps and their location, and see who they match up with, you know, who's local around me. And, you know, and I start seeing the apps, and like, it's like the the questions that women ask are so fucking direct, too fast. It's too fast. It's like, what is the example I had on here? I was there was one. It was just like, she was like this: job, car, dick size, credit score, and I'll respond. Based on those answers, I'll respond. And I thought that was the funniest and craziest shit ever. I was like, this girl, you know, she's something special. But then like the others are kind of the same. Like height is a big one. Height has been this if you're not 6 foot, fucking go away. And I'm just like, hey, can you be a little nicer, asshole? It's like I actually want to just like fucking like get in like a argument with them. That's how I feel. Like when they say shit like that, I'm like, oh, I'm going to argue with you, and you're not gonna like me, right? But they'll say the meanest shit, like, yeah, if you're under 6, you shouldn't even be on this app or some shit. I'm like, oh, you bitch. Because if guys do it, right? You know, it would be something completely different, right? If we were to do it, if I would put those exact same things, but for a girl, you know, cup size, how big is your vagina hole, how fucking your credit score, and shit like that, it would be a problem. They'd be like, oh, something's wrong with this guy. This guy's a fucking asshole, blah, blah, blah. But when it's the other way around, we got to take it. But I found that weird. And yes, I'm going to post the shit out of this. Because what I say? What was the other one? The episode I did last, I said, girls always have that one friend. Girls hit me up. What, was I right? Absolutely, I was right. I was absolutely right. Nobody argued again. None of the girls said, no, I don't have a friend like that. They all said, it's the fucking truth. Or they gave me the 100 sign, meaning I'm 100% accurate. And just like I am saying this shit with the dating app thing, if we were to list specific things, we'd be like pigs. You guys would be like, we're pigs, right? But yeah, I was like in the notes I put like these dating apps. There's like I put it's like your baseball stats or some shit. You gotta be like, yeah, I had 3 STDs before, 18 partners, one was a dog, or you know, you got to put all this crazy shit in there. It's just like, what the fuck? And then there's all this pressure about, you know, what picture you post. I've seen so many. Like I said, I listen to a lot of female only podcasts, and the picture is more important than anything. I mean, the words they say, yeah, you got to hit, but the pictures they say, guys don't know what to do with their hands, and that's absolutely right. I don't. So I'll do a fucking rock and roll sign. I'll do a fucking Spider-Man. I honestly don't know what to do with my hands. I do. I don't. I mean, and sometimes you'll just see me doing the same thing. I'll point to my crotch. I'll cover my nips. I don't know, because I don't know what to do with my hands. So that's right. They say guys don't know what to do with their hands. We don't want guys showing, like, if you got a nice body, too much photos of your nice body, just like one or some shit like that. Nothing with you and your friends in it. Nothing showing a dog or some shit. And I was like, what? Like, what the fuck you want us to post? You should be like, hey, this is the picture you post, right? But then it's not natural, right? It's just, we're just doing what you guys said so we could get a like, you know, or we could get swiped. So I thought that was crazy. It was, and I hear it on all these podcasts. They're like, yeah, I didn't want to date with him because the way he was standing in one of his photos. I'm just like, fuck, holy fuck. Yeah, man. And then there's that's what they say, the ick factor. I don't know if I mentioned this before. Like now, this has become a big thing. Just like all these words, there's 2 things. There's the ick factor, and I'm gonna talk about Chef Kiss because I just heard Chef Kiss on one of those female podcasts. They were like, this guy, he was Chef's Kiss, and I think I said this before. If I didn't say this on the podcast, I said it on the stream, and I'm like, okay, I never heard that term before, and I never heard it. Now I cannot stop hearing it. Everybody is saying that shit, and I'm like, I don't even know what that really fucking means. It's another thing I have to look up, but then I don't want to look up because I'm lazy. But it's just like they're saying that, and then the ick. Everybody's talking about the ick, and it's funny because this morning, you know, I'm having my coffee, you know, I'm watching my YouTubes. There was a lot of things about the ick, and there was one funny one. There was a podcast. I think I mentioned that before too. Yeah, I did. I sure as hell did. Stiff Socks podcast. It's Trevor Wallace and I forgot the other guy's name, but they had an episode, The Ick, and one girl said that there was a bee that was right by a guy, and she said she instantly fell out of love with him when he went like this, ah, you know, which is a natural fucking reaction. If you have a fucking bee that's just buzzing by your ear and you turn, you know how the shit's all in your face. You know, I'd be like, oh shit. But yeah, she said as soon as he did that and he didn't just attack the bee, she was out. So no matter how long they had, so let's say they were dating for 6 months and she was all in, she was ready, you know, for that, you know, long commitment, that icked her out and she never saw him the same. And there was a lot of things. There were like guys who slurp soup. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck are we supposed to be doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? If guys were that like that, I don't know if guys have icks. I mean, I don't like women who smoke. I don't, you know, if you smoke, I'm out. But besides that, I'm trying to think if we have icks. And I'll probably say that on the next one when I review this Ant-Man movie. But yeah, I'll probably look into that. Let's see if we have some icks. But yeah, these ladies have too much icks, too much fucking things for dating apps. We can't do this. You can't do this. You can't pose this way. You can't say this. You can't say that. And I'm just like, okay, what do you want? I guess you don't want a guy, huh? like just send us a fucking template, and then we'll be like, all right, we'll fill this form out and send it. But yeah, it's brutal out there if you're dating now. So like to my single friends, I'm sorry for you, but yeah, I don't understand that shit, and I'm just like, what's going on? That was the whole thing. What's going on? But yeah, that's all I had. I mean, I have more, but I got 4 minutes left, and the other stuff I want to talk about is longer. And I want to see this movie. I want to see it's raining out right now, so you already know it's going to take me forever to get there because people drive like assholes when it's raining. The place is already far, so I'm going to get a head start. Probably sneak some food in there. No, I don't do movie popcorn. I mean, if I do, it's like a little bit. Like I would say a handful. But really, I don't do it. I don't do anything at the movies. I buy the fucking water that costs $20. You know, it'd be like a small water like this. And then you go up to the lady. She's like $27.88, and you're like, what? I just wanted the water, not a popcorn, not a meal, not a combo. And she's like $24.88, and I'm like, whoa, too much. And then you bring a water in there. They expect you to throw it out and shit. I'm like, no. So yeah, I just water the shit. Or I have snuck in meals. I snuck in one time a fucking full Chipotle meal, and I was peeling the wrapper and shit. I don't remember what movie it was. I'm just peeling the wrapper and just tearing that shit up. But yeah, I might do that because it's gonna be lunchtime at that time. So, decisions. But anyway, guys, we'll have some fun on the next one. I love starting to do this more during the weekdays instead of the weekends. It gives me more time to do some editing and some other shit. And now I'm filming shit left and right. I'll post this, and then I'll film something else, and then I have to store it in my computer, and it's going crazy. So, anyways, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Later.
Don't be angry.
I'm not angry. I think it's funny.